Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, folks. This is the headbanging Zulu here, Steve. First of all, I just want to apologise for my voice. Unfortunately, I haven't been well the last couple of weeks. Me being an asthmatic, apparently there's a lot of lurgies, cold, flu, that sort of stuff going about. And unfortunately, I caught some of it about 2 weeks ago. And sometimes you can get away with it. You just get a normal cold like everybody else and get laid up for a couple of days and you're right as rain. But unfortunately, with me having a chest weakness, if you like, I got hit with it true and proper. It made me really ill and I had to go to the doctors and get antibiotics, and that's why I've been a bit quiet. But what I thought I'd do is show you a few bits I have obtained mail order. And some of it's pretty good stuff. A lot of it I never heard of it before, so it's a bit of a new experience for all of us. And if I do make any mistakes, I apologise. I'm still very, very sort of funny. I did go to the I'm a bit funnier than usual actually, but I did go out yesterday because I was going a bit stir crazy, being stuck in this flat for nearly 2 weeks. I've only been out about twice, and I did go out to watch Liverpool play Tottenham yesterday. Also, I'm glad to report a swell Reading one. Swell looks like it could be an upward trend. I'm debating I might actually go and see him in the flesh next Wednesday, so I'm back down south on Tuesday and go and see him in the flesh play Norwich. And also I'm really glad because Greg informed me his team won as well, the BC Lions, the football team, so I'm really grateful. Looks like it's a trend that's hopefully to continue. But when I did go out, I did pick up a couple of CDs, and I was going that stir crazy. I did end up in a record store, but only bought 2 CDs, and I paid for it big time the next day. It just wasn't fit enough, and when you pay for it next day, you just thought, why the hell did I go out the day before? But one CD I have been looking at, I don't know if you're aware of it, it's the new Doro one, but it's 18 quid. I mean, the vinyl's the same price. I don't know if it's worth pulling the trigger on it yet, but there's a lot of new stuff coming out at the moment. And main pickup for me was this band, the Suicidal Tendencies, that new album. It's called Still Cyropunk something after all these years. Still Cyropunk. And I've been playing it. It's not a bad CD. The best track off here for me is Fubar. It's just typical Suicidal Tendencies fare, if you know what I mean. Whether it stands up to some of its earlier stuff, I'll let you decide. But I'm really enjoying this CD. And Suicidal Tendencies is one of my top 5 favourite bands anyway, so I'll buy anything they bring out. But this is their new release. And, it's really, really good. But that's the track listing there on the back, look. And it's been on the record player a couple of times, thoroughly enjoyed it. One CD that totally shocked me was, I never thought I'd find in our generic record store, but I did, was this one. This is Striper's, I wouldn't say new, it's been out a few months, but everybody's held it up on the VC, and I just thought I'd buy a copy of this. Plus the fact I got it pretty cheap anyway, so I wasn't moaning about the price. Again, this is a really good record. I really like it, but it's only being picky. I don't like the title, Goddamn Evil. It's just not my kind of title, considering what it is. I don't know whether what Scott thinks or Greg the Egg. I'd love to hear your opinion. But the rest of the CD is not bad. It's just that title I don't like. But this is like what's been spinning. I'll leave those to last. I'll leave them, and I'll leave these 2 to last as well. But if you've heard of a company, it's absolutely brilliant, called Inferno Records. I recommend them. Please to have a look at them. I did get a few bits and pieces off them. Nothing I've heard of before. But if I make any mistakes again of country or origin, I apologise. But this band is Vorgus. I think you pronounce it like this. This is a Swedish death metal outfit, thrash metal outfit. But I think you get a lot of death influence in the music. but I've never heard of it before, but it sounds right up my street, so I'll give you a report as soon as I played it. But it's Swedish anyway, so it's got to be pretty good, because Swedish produce some very, very good death sort of stroke thrash metal. So it's really, really good. The next album I picked up was this album, and I absolutely jumped through my skin. This is one of my favourite thrash metal bands of all time, Razor. And they're actually, I think, live somewhere in Japan. It's actually a Japanese import. It's all written in Japanese. I've got somebody else one of these, and they'll be getting it soon. But yeah, it's Razor live, and I believe they were in Osaka or something. I know where Osaka is in Japan, but I can't wait to give that a spin. I've heard it on YouTube, and it's absolutely awesome. I'll give it what little bit I've heard so far from it, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It's amazing. If you like thrash metal, buy it. It's all awesome. Now, this album is an Italian thrash metal band. You may have known by now that I actually love me thrash. When I buy from Inferno, I tend to go for their thrash metal CDs. But this is Italian thrash metal, and it's called Alcazoit Holzer, I believe, or Hoyser. I can't pronounce. If anybody can know what that is, please tell me. Again, a band I've never heard of before. It's got a great white shark, an octopus looks like, and a surfer who's a bit dynamic. It's got everything a good thrash metal album should be, really. So I can't wait to play this one. It's going to sound very, very good. But yeah, this is thrash metal out of Italy. Renee will probably know about it, but yeah, I just treat myself to them. Here's another band. I believe this band's from Helsinki, Finland, and this is called Satan's Fall. This is a 7-inch record. And if you think Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, that sort of vein, it's like US power metal, really good stuff. Again, I played this one on the YouTube, and it's really, really like it. It's really good, and that's that one. It's a band called Satan's Fall. Now, this is what I've been playing. I did a trade with Cloudy Milder. I know we all know him, but if you haven't, in the event you haven't checked out his channel, check out his channel. It's amazing. I've got this band. I believe it's Brazilian thrash. Again, I'm not too much on this. I've never heard of it before, but I'm going through a spate at the moment where I buy records I've never heard of, because this is the main point of collecting with me. I've been collecting now since the 80s, and I love Iron Maiden and Wasp and them sort of bands, but I'm getting to a stage now. I've heard it. I'm getting bored with it. I want to identify new metal bands I've never heard of before. That's why I'm buying all this stuff. Ronnie James Dio's my personal favourite. I play his music at least 2 or 3 times a week. But I do like playing, coming out of my comfort zone and playing metal that I've never heard of before. And some of it's absolutely awesome. It's like, where have you been all my life? But yeah, this I believe is from the same place as Sepultura came from. This is a band, I can't read the right. It might be Neurosa, or if you can suss that one out, be my guess. My advancing age plus my eyesight is just not good. But I believe this is from the same place as Sepultura, but I might be wrong. But I can't wait to give that a spin. Also, another CD I got is this one. Now, I've never ever, sort of back in the day in the 80s, rated Thin Lizzy. But over the last couple of years, thanks to Scott and a few other people on the VC, and Greg, I have started getting back into them. And I've got a couple of records, and something happened. I was going to show you a couple of vinyls I've got. And I've also got another CD. But you know, that's actually got me back into the Thin Lizzy. I think what it was with this band, I've been judging them by one song, and what I should have done was listen to their back catalogue more, then formed an opinion. But that's where I think I made the mistake with this band. But yeah, I'm definitely listening to a lot of Thin Lizzy as well. You can't beat it. Sadly, Phil Lynot's no longer with us, but yeah, it's just still a great band. It has some phenomenal people play with Thin Lizzy as well. But I just thought I'd show you a couple of CDs I've been playing and liking, and they're both by the same band, and I bought them second hand. I've got again Scott to thank, and I'm listening to a lot of Gravedigger just recently, and I think I own about 6 or 7 of their albums now, and I did add 2 more to my collection which I don't own, and this one is Excalibur. I think that this is called I think it's Excalibur. This is just it's a remastered one. I'm not really bothered about remastered ones. This is just a brilliant CD. I played it 3 or 4 times last week, and it's just amazing. You can't get enough of it. Apparently some useless information to you. Arthur's Round Table did actually exist. They believe it was in Cirencester in England where the actual location was, and it didn't seat 12 knights like you see in the picture. It actually sat 5,000 knights could get round it. Can you imagine? It must be murder if somebody has to pass the salt, wouldn't it? It must be terrible. But I was watching on TV, funny enough, and they said that's where it all came from. But the Knights of the Round Table did exist, but it actually seated 5,000 knights. Blooming heck. But yeah, this CD is amazing, and it's the 2006 remastered edition as well. But it's a good listen, and I well recommend it. Last but not least, what I'm going to show you, if you think that one's good, this is it's absolutely amazing. It's the Reaper by Gravedigger, again a remastered edition. I think I paid about £8 for them both, second hand, off a famous site. It's got the same name as a river in South America. But this one is just absolutely amazing. I didn't crack it. I keep meaning to put it into a new case, but I haven't got round to it. It happened in the post. But yeah, this is absolutely amazing. What I loved about this one as well, it's got some amazing guitar work. It's just I give it a 9 out of 10. It's just a brilliant CD. And if you haven't heard it yet, check it out. I think Greg, you'd love this one. But yeah, that's what I've been listening to. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed my little offering today, and I apologise for the voice, and I hope to see you soon, because I'm going back down south on Tuesday, so hopefully I could pick up a few bits this week. It's been a bit of a drought at the moment, and sometimes you get it good and you buy a lot of stuff, and other times, you know, there's not a lot there, and you sort of have to wait. You're at the mercy of somebody bringing a massive collection in, you know what I mean? So it's been a bit of a swings and roundabout time for me at the moment. But I also want to pray for the people in South Carolina. I hope Aaron's okay, because they're getting it rough at the moment. And I want to pray for I think it's the Philippines or somewhere in that area. I want to pray for them as well. It must be tough with all these storms. But that's my offering anyway. And I'll see you next time, folks. Take care and goodbye.